Actually, I've really wanted to see Terry since I left his class. And this is the part where I'm going to start crying.
That's fine. Just fine.
It was a really warm environment where you felt totally accepted, totally loved. And what I was telling Terry last night was that he was really the only adult I had ever met that talked to me with total respect, like my opinion mattered, and that I was an intelligent person that had a voice that should be heard. And I never had experienced that. He treated us as equals. He never talked down to us. And he just encouraged us to grow and pursue our own interests without any judgment, and he never let anyone else judge each other. And if there was a problem, he just dealt with it directly. There was never any BS about skirting around the issue or pretending something didn't happen. He would just automatically go for the gusto and say, here's the situation, and ask people, what do you think we should do, and how do you think we could do something differently? And it was just like life lessons in 1 year. And as a result, the class became so close. And we were such a great group together, even though we were all, very different as any group of people would be. But we all respected each other. In the end, we were all friends. And I remember at the end of 6th grade, Eric and Ed Ratnoff had a pool party at their house. And I just remember at the end of the pool party, everybody crying in the street because nobody wanted the year to end. And that was sort of the last party and the last event that was going to happen before summer vacation. And it was really emotional. I guess I didn't realize how special it was. I definitely knew it was special. But as the years went on, and the many times that I thought about things that Terry had taught me that I was taught later, like in high school or college, and I thought, I learned that in 6th grade, things about the world, geography, history. He had us do reports on somebody famous. We could pick anyone we wanted, and a place. We could pick anywhere we wanted. I was from New Zealand, so I did my report on New Zealand, and I got to share my culture, and that was the first time I'd really been invited to share my culture. I was always trying to assimilate when I came to America, but it was something to be celebrated, which was really refreshing. And one of the things that Terry had said to me in a parent-teacher conference, to my mother actually, was that, Rosalind does just enough to get by. She doesn't really apply herself. She does well, but she could do better. And those words have lived with me forever. I'm almost 43, and I still hear those words sometimes from Terry that, you're not trying hard enough, Rosalind. You could do better. You're just kind of being lackadaisical about this. But the other thing
I believe that too.
Yeah. But the other thing I really learned from Terry was that to stand up for yourself. And I don't know that he ever said that, but he just exemplified that. In every way that he taught, it was stand up for what you believe in. Stand up for what you want. Take charge. Take action. Don't be passive. Don't just sit there and complain. Do something.
I think I'm talking to Terry here for this video. It's actually hard to put into words how profoundly my experience in Terry's class and at Sycamore affected the rest of my life. I've said this already to him, but I want to say it again. There was a way that Terry was, I think, with each one of us that was so deeply respectful, listening to us, trying to really get who each of us was, and encouraged us, challenged us, pushed us to do the best we could. It made possible so much that was exciting, interesting, challenging, fun about being in his class. And Terry, you created a community in which I think we all felt awesome, and we all trusted and related to each other in a really great way. And it just meant more than I think you knew at the time, which is why we've all gathered here to reconnect and to share. So thank you for opening your heart to us and helping us to all open our heart to each other, and for inspiring me really for the rest of my life. So, thank you. Thank you, Terry.
I just remember Terry's class being a unique experience, and these were the kids I wanted to see, the kids I went to elementary school with, and this is where I wanted to come. These were the kids I wanted to see and who I wanted to talk to.
It's been
So that's
really
why I'm here.
exciting to see.
Yeah, no,
you
I'm
again.
all emotional. Stop now. I just remember the level of respect and the way we were treated as individuals and allowed to be creative, and we were spoken to as peers, as I don't want to say mini adults, but that's the phrase that comes to mind right now. So we weren't treated like kids. We were shown a level of respect and given the wings and the ability to do what we wanted to do and become who we wanted to become. And I think it helped our self-confidence, and I know it helped mine, and gave us a way to be the best that we could possibly be while we were here, and hopefully carry that on.
But I wouldn't be here if it hadn't been for my extraordinary experience in this school.
Can you tell me about that?
Oh, we talked a lot about that this morning with Terry Kneisler. A lot of my most vivid memories of this school are of events that happened in this room, which is where Terry Kneisler taught. I didn't really realize what was going on at the time, at age 10, 11, but Terry had a way of, not just Terry, all of our teachers here had a way of letting us be ourselves, and in so doing helped us become ourselves in a way that I never experienced later in school. I had not seen Terry in almost 30 years. He recognized me right away and looked into my eyes, and he said, you are still you.
I worked with kids for about 10 years, and I had a lot of cause to draw on. I worked with really at-risk kids from bad homes with all kinds of problems, and I had to draw on any resources I had in my life to be able to be effective. And one of the most effective ones was Terry Kneisler, and the way that he treated us with respect and talked to us like we were people, not just like we were children, which he also knew that we were, but he met us where we were. He insisted that we live up to what we were capable of, and not just in terms of accomplishment, but in terms of personal qualities, in terms of integrity. But he would make a point of calling something exceptional when it was. And it sort of plants a little bug in your brain about how nice it is to be the exception, to live up to your potential. And this was a young man full of passion to share, his love of communication, and the depth of human relation with a bunch of children. What an amazing thing.
Yeah.
Because I definitely was one of those people that had continued to talk about Sycamore, and especially Terry. It was just, like everybody said, I felt like I was at home. I felt very comfortable. And Terry, I've told him this. My parents, the reason we came to Claremont is my parents divorced. And he really took care of me.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. He was definitely a father for me, and I just really appreciated him. I wish I had been able to hold on more how he and we all felt at that time, and gathered more strength from that. I think it would have saved me a lot of time struggling, he's truly a kind man. He's always has been. We thought he was smart, but we just really also knew that he treated us just the way he treated any other person, and we all knew that he cared deeply for us, and it was very mutual. We all wanted his approval, and I think we got it.
The fact that nobody remembers like a formal lesson in all the years.
Yeah.
We know we had math books. Some of us don't remember having math. You know, some people don't even remember having the math books. But the fact that I don't know, and we knew more. We knew more without the formal lessons than we ever would have had he stood up there and tried to actually teach us.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He was profound. He was very. Yeah. I'm glad he got good things for himself because he deserved it.
I don't know how to I don't know. Terry was such a special person.
Yeah.
You know, he was a special person in our lives forever.